Third-party events are honestly invaluable resources for all trading card game players. The idea that we do not have an organized play right now is a bit problematic. We do not know when the next event is that we should be planning for. So in the meantime, we really want to do our best to cover as many events as possible that stores are holding that you might not even know about that are close enough within driving range or maybe even a flight to one of these bigger events. A huge shout out to all the stores that are doing their best to try and keep the competitive scene for Disney Lorcana going during these hard times. I'm going to leave it up to Melissa and, of course, Mr. Bick Derns to take cover and give you as much information as possible. Enjoy today's video.
Are you excited?
It's the end of February and there's a lot of events in March. So yes, I am excited to tell everybody what is happening.
There are so many events. It's insane.
I was a little overwhelmed putting this together.
Yeah. Behind the scenes, it might have took 2 days for us to get all the events. If we missed any, you guys send them to us directly. It's not on us. And apparently we're taking over the main channel now. So
Ooh, we're getting more popular.
yeah.
Maybe Dan's finally approved of us.
The smart one and the dumb one are taking over. So let's see. What do we got first?
All right. The first event we have here is Campaign Plus. They are in Burlington, Wisconsin, I believe. They are running a 1K on Saturday, so this coming weekend, and I believe it's their kind of like farewell to the Azurite Sea meta. So definitely go check it out if you are local to the area.
Yeah, and if no one likes the slides that were made, these were the exact images taken off of the event pages. All right, so don't yell at us. All right.
Some of them did not have icons, so we improvised.
The stores got to step up their advertising game. All right, what do we got next?
Cool. The next one we have is Card Cosmos. They are in Colorado Springs, Colorado. They are also doing a farewell to Set 6 Azurite Sea 1K. That is on Saturday, March 1st.
Cool. And for those that don't know, the whole reason that this even came up is people would ask me, where do you find all these events? And I say, well, I asked Melissa. Melissa's the smart one. So now everyone can ask Melissa.
Now everybody can ask and tell us if you know more because we only know so much.
Yeah, definitely make our job a little easier on this one.
And the next one we have, I believe this one is semi-local to your area, Mr. Mr. Derns, I should say.
Yes.
We have a 1K at Triangle Area Trading Cards.
Yeah, so these some of the sponsored players from this store actually donated a decent amount to the Joel Memorial Tournament that we've talked about in the past. So I unfortunately will not be there. I have to go back to New Jersey for some family matters. But if you are anywhere in the area, please go attend this and let them know that you saw it here. That way they know that their donation went even that much more further.
Does that mean if you're not going, Sploosh is going to have a better chance to win?
You know what? I can't beat the guy anyway. He just, he has those ninja. He has those ninja cuts, and I think Franz Traverse Tavern might give him a run for his money anyway.
Some competition even without Mr. Burns present.
A lot of big names there. So if you just wanted to go and get some good play testing in, it's a good area to be at. I can't speak for him, but there could be a Bivens sighting. I don't know if a 1K is good enough for him.
I was wondering if you'd have Bivens or Luca and Ohana. I wasn't sure how close it was to them.
Oh yeah, there's got to be Ohana people there for sure. Yeah, they're all of North Carolina. All 10 of us will be there, minus me.
It'd be exciting. So leading into the second weekend, March 7th is the local game store release of Set 7 of Lorcana, which is very exciting, Arcasia's Island. The first event we wanted to highlight is SCG Charlotte. I do not know if Charlotte is Set 7 legal. My guess would be that it is not, because I know during the Set 6 release when they had SCG Con in Ohio, it was Set 5 meta.
Yeah.
That being said, though, it is still an SCG Con. SCG is where Mr. Burns and I first met, among several other people. They run really great tournaments at the end of the day, and especially with no DLCs, definitely worth checking out. I believe they're doing a 1K on Friday, a 2K on Saturday, and a 1K on Sunday, as well as some kind of like ad hoc stuff in the afternoons.
Yeah, I completely forgot to put this one on the list. When we
I
have
got you.
Yeah, when we have the Encounter and SSG doing tournaments day one with amazing prizes, and you can use the new cards that we've all been anticipating using. If Star City Games doesn't want to sell products, that's on them. But if you are going to attend and you do maybe not have a local game store that has singles, I do know that you can order on their website and pick up at the event, even if you can't use the cards that day. So a little tip for you.
And now to the main event that we were just getting a hint at. On March 8th, the Encounter in Allentown, Pennsylvania is running they're calling it a pre-release event. It's release weekend. Constructed tournament with Arcasia's Island set 7 cards. TFM is going to be present. I believe Dan is going to be streaming that weekend for everybody. I'm not sure who's playing, who's casting. I will definitely be playing, as well as Nunez and TFM Ben and possibly Pave and some other folks as well. So it's 1.5K in store credit. I believe that the prizing is paid out to 1 through 8. 9 through 16 in the past have gotten a Lorcana League promo pin, which is really, really cool. And a little rumor on the street is that first and second are going to be getting an Enchanted as well as store credit.
Yeah, I think they're also going to be running win-a-box tournaments for $10. So even if you scrub out, you're going to be with the other people who also scrubbed out. So, that might be an easy $10 booster box. And I am now making an appearance here. I wasn't planning on to it.
Plot twist.
Yeah, I am now making an appearance here. So if you want to come get made fun of by me, I will be there. I know people really look forward to me dunking on them and embarrassing myself in the process.
Wait, are you playing or are you casting?
I am definitely not playing. I hate playing this game. I love the community, and that's why I'll be there.
All right, so we're gonna get a D&D stream, is what I'm hearing. Which
yes,
is awesome.
Absolutely.
So if you're in the tri-state area, highly worth checking out. The Encounter runs a really great, smooth tournament. They also, I believe, will be selling a lot of singles that weekend.
Oh yeah.
That they're going to be opening the day before and then putting in their case. So if there's cards you need, you can go show up early and check it out. They also likely will be selling boxes and or cases. Their prices are usually very fair too. So highly recommend if you are in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. New York area.
And I know there's people traveling from even further.
Yes.
So people love the Encounter.
Another event that would highly, highly recommend is Southside Gaming in Margate, Florida, South Florida area. As some of you may know, TFM was there last month at Southside Gaming when they ran their their February tournament. Dan was casting, Mr. Burns was casting and playing.
And getting destroyed.
Myself, TFM Ben, and TFM Colby were also all there playing. Colby's local to the area, so I am hoping that he will be making an appearance at this 10 case. It is opening weekend. It is constructed, $15 entry. 10 cases are being divvied up. I don't know the exact breakdown, but Southside Gaming runs a really great show. They're really great people. Their prizing is very, very generous. So if you're in the Florida area or can get there, highly recommend. I do think that it is capped and sold out right now. So if you haven't pre-registered, I don't think you'll be able to unless somebody drops.
Yeah, when we showed up there before, there were people that just didn't show up and you were able to get in, especially with a $15 entry. Some people just wake up and they're like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it today. And they only lost $15. So even if the event is capped on Melee, if you are able to, I would still try to go there. And even if you somehow, every single person shows up, they also did $10 winner boxes.
Yes.
So you would be playing with the people who, like me, O2 dropped. So
we can't have enough nice things to say about them. So if you're in Florida, definitely recommend.
Absolutely.
Next, on the same release weekend, we have Milton's Collectibles, which is somewhere in Texas. I don't know where Farmers Branch is, if it's Austin area or DFW area. They're running a 1K. More info will be linked in their Melee. I personally don't know too much about the store, but we wanted to share it for anyone in the Texas area.
Yep. I got absolutely nothing to add to this. Go check it out.
Okay, the next one we wanted to touch on, 20 Lore Pro is running the second annual Hunter Burton Memorial Lorcana Championship Tournament. It's going to be held on March 15th and March 16th. It sounds like it, or as you can see here, it is sets 1 through 7 core constructed. Highly recommend. Money's going towards a great cause. I believe Lorcana Bro of Maelstrom is going to be there trying to defend his title. He mentioned something about it on the ICL last week because I believe he won last year. There's a QR code you can scan for registration. We will also link the website. Many of you have heard of 20 Lore Pro. You kind of know what they're all about. Definitely recommend checking them out if you are local.
Yeah, I believe there's also going to be some other notable names there, but I can't be sure, so I'm not going to name them and set them up for failure. They're also accepting donations. This is going to a good cause. Info is right here. If you can help out, even if you're all the way across the globe, if you can help out, try to reach out if you can.
Awesome. That same weekend on March 15th, Oasis Games in Salt Lake City, Utah is running a 1K. So if you're in the Salt Lake City area, definitely worth checking out and playing. We now have the same, I believe it's the same weekend on the Saturday as well, on the 15th. Yep. In the Baltimore, Maryland area, a 3K release event hosted by Steamboat and Ink Inc. at Omnihedral. The flyer does say that it is set 7 legal. I believe they are capping the event at 64 players.
Yep.
My understanding is that they will be allowing proxies.
Yeah. I've never been to this store. I don't know anyone here except Garrick. Garrick is awesome. It looks like he's just going to be in charge of stream. But yeah, if you're in the area, and apparently if you're on a budget, you can go ahead and have some amount of proxies. So that was pointed out to us. We wanted to just forward the information to all of you guys.
Yeah, Delaware, Maryland area is notoriously a fairly competitive area. So
yeah,
worth checking out and getting some good reps in. Dick, this is your neck of the woods if you want to talk a little bit about this event.
This is my neck of the woods. It's in Raleigh. So this is Unplugged Games partnering with Big Boy Games. If you don't have games in the name, you're just not allowed in, apparently. But yeah, they're running an entire weekend at the Raleigh, what's it called? Raleigh Expo Center. And I will hopefully be there for Disney Lorcana. Not sure yet. I paid for it. There's some talk if set 7 is going to be legal or not. I'm going to be honest, if it's not legal, I might not show up. This is going to be a week after I already have 4 of every card. I'm not even really thinking about the old meta. Dan was actually going to fly to this, but when there was talks that it might be set 6 only, he canceled the entire trip. We might have had more people from TFM fly out to it, but yeah. So worst case scenario, I donated $40 to a good cause because I know the people running this event. They're amazing people. The event always goes really well. No matter how many people show up, they pay out. They had one event where set 3 had been out for, I believe, a week, but it wasn't in the large release yet. And they had like 16 people show up for a 1K, and they lost a bunch of money, but they paid out the cash. So good on them.
Hey guys, wanted to pop in real quick and say, listen, if you're a little overwhelmed with the amount of events in this, and maybe you need a little extra bit of help to, be prepared for these things, then TFM has you covered on the Metafy this Friday, 8:30 p.m., and anyone that purchased the event will actually have the recording forever. Nunez and I are going to break down some of the very beginning processes of Arcasia's Island, whether you're playing in pre-release events for limited, or you're just looking to get yourself accelerated a little bit for the events of Constructed. We're going to have you covered, a great starting point for all. Definitely check out the link in the pinned comments of this video and in the description for that event. Good luck with the rest of the video.
Okay, moving on to the next weekend. March 22nd and 23rd are also a pretty busy weekend. Starting off here, we have Safari Zone Collectibles. They are in the Delaware area. They're running a 1K guaranteed prize support. The only thing that's not great, in my opinion, about this event is it is $40 entry for a 1K.
Yeah.
That is a little bit steep, in my opinion, for a 1K payout. But
Yeah, if you're not doubling your money at one of these events when you make top 8, if you're like just breaking even or making $10, it's something that I would typically not want to go to, but I know it's their first time doing it. I don't think that there's like a huge competitive scene in Delaware. The 5 people that watch us from Delaware could comment and tell me I'm an idiot. That's fine. I went to Safari Zone, actually. I just happened to be driving by it on my way back to New Jersey for a trip. And the store is absolutely gorgeous. All of the employees were amazing people. So I think that they're just dipping their toes in the water. I really hope that if this is like a smashing success, that, you know, the 1K is just the bottom, like that they will increase the prize support in some way. But yeah, I really would love this event to go over extremely well. We did just want to point out to you, like, so you're not blindsided, it is a $40 entry.
awesome. Moving on to the next event in Tempe, Arizona, Gamers Guild is holding a Super Fungi Treasure 1K tournament. Nothing too crazy here. Just check it out if you're in the Arizona area and looking to play some Lorcana.
Yep.
The next one we wanted to mention, you've heard us talk a lot about Charlie's Collectibles in the past. Charlie's is back with their monthly tournament. In March, it is a 8K weekend. As with other events, if they hit more people, they tend to up their pricing. So it is an 8K that could potentially turn into a 10K. It's 2 weeks after the new set comes out, so it's going to be one of the first really big tournaments in the Atlanta area with set 7 meta. If I had to guess, you'll have Zan playing, you'll probably have Kendall playing, you might get the Floridians driving up, probably going to get a really strong turnout. And they also run a really smooth show. Mr. Burns has told you all about the stuff he has found in the flea market side of their store as well.
Yeah, and DeCandio cannot play. So
That
people
is
actually have
notable.
a shot. People have a shot of winning this event for once.
You're stealing Kendall's line. That was his joke for this weekend's tournament.
Oh, great. I'm never original. So I just sit here with my dunce cap on.
Next one we wanted to bring up is local to my area in Pittsburgh. Top Deck Cards and Games. They've run set champs, run stuff before, but this is one of their first kind of bigger tournaments. $20 entry fee, cap of 64 players. It's essentially an enchanted tournament. First place can win a Diablo enchanted. Second, looks like they can win a Naveen enchanted. Third and fourth, it says Trumpeter Mickey enchanted. And 5th through 8 are going to be paid out a Sisu empowered sibling cold foil. For a store that's really only run set champs, this sounds really great to me, to be honest. If I am in town that weekend, I will likely be playing.
Yeah, it's a shame there's no Elsa enchanted, or you know you would win for sure. You are the enchanted queen, which
I am the Elsa queen.
we should mention, you know, you're not going to be at SSG, so people have a chance. The killer of Forbidden Mountain is not there, you know, just tearing through the competition. So.
That is true. I'll be at the encounter this time, not outside. The same day as of now as Top Deck that I was just talking about, the Vault, also in the greater Pittsburgh area, is also running a 1K Enchanted Championship. The Vaults in Greensburg, they have $50 entry. Yes. So a little bit awkward because they're the same day and very different price points. Not sure if that will get settled or changed. I know there was talks of trying to see if they could run them on different days. I know the store, the Vault, when they're running this, has been a little bit vague in their pricing. I know they have pricing they want to pay out, but they're basically saying that pricing will differ based on the number of players who show up. So reach out to the store for more information. I unfortunately have nothing more to share.
If it's not guaranteed, we're gonna have to disqualify them from future appearances on the show. We need stores to have a backbone. That's what we need. There's a store local to me that was most likely going to end up being a double case tournament, which would normally qualify. But for some reason, last time they guaranteed it and they smashed it out of the park. This time it's not guaranteed. And I don't know why. So didn't make the cut. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm friends with them and it didn't make the cut. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they decide to switch this to Sunday. I mean, come on. Like, how close are these stores?
I mean, the stores are not super close to each other. Like it's not like they're next door, but I know that like I've played at both stores before. Like Top Deck's about an hour from me. The Vault is about an hour and a half from me. They are different directions, but I mean, people want to travel to play Lorcana. Like there are no DLCs right now. So the more that like local stores can coordinate and run their events on different days, I just personally think it's better for the community as a whole.
Yeah, and people might hedge their bets if they end up, if this is a guarantee, thinking everyone's going to go to the other one. So who knows?
We shall see what happens. Next, we wanted to share Mox Boarding House in Portland is running a 1K. We'll give you the link to their website and the Melee. Nothing too fancy, but just wanted to highlight it.
Yeah, look at this fancy logo they use. I kid. People that don't know, I kid. All right.
All right. This next one is hot off the press. It literally got sent to us about 5 minutes before we started recording this video.
Yeah. We had to delay the video to add this slide.
From what I can tell, it is a Diet Coke March Invitational in the DFW area in Texas. It says, the 9 Enchanted tournament is open to all competitive players who are looking to test themselves against the best DFW has to offer. We're using the office building, and then it appears from here there's enchanted cards being paid out, and then perhaps these fun Diet Coke mats and cards as well.
Yeah, so entry fee, just a 12-pack of Diet Coke, 12-ounce cans, no exceptions! Exclamation point. If I were going, I'd have in my trunk 20 12-packs, and they'd be $20 each for the people that didn't read this, that show up to the tournament and want to play. If that no exceptions is really there. I would love to know the backstory of this. Please, if you are involved in any way, comment on this video the backstory of this event, because this is awesome. It's an invitational, so you needed an invite. Apparently this is the invite, and it's open to everyone. So maybe invitational is not the right word for it. But
I mean, it looks like as of right now, there's 51 players registered, so it must be popping.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. I cannot condone these playtest cards or these playmats legally, but everything else I absolutely love.
I agree. Next thing we wanted to highlight, World Class Cards is running 2 5K tournaments back to back on Saturday, March 29th and Sunday, March 30th at I don't know how you pronounce it.
Is it Chimera?
Yes, Chimera Hobby Shop in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I believe several of the World Class Cards team members are going to be flying in to play in this event. I heard Zan talking about it on his podcast earlier this week, also pitching it. So if you're semi-local to the area looking to play against really great players, highly recommend. They're 2 5Ks. Like, what could go wrong?
I'd rather play in 2 5Ks than 1 10K.
Yeah.
As well, because like if you get unlucky one day, at least you have the other one as another shot. And if you want to go meet some great people, some famous people, rub shoulders with some of the best in the world, go meet the World Class Cards people. They were all at SSG. Absolutely loved hanging out with them. So go check it out.
The next one that we wanted to mention, the State 48 Lorcana Cup. It looks like this is being hosted by Ink Thieves, if I'm looking at this correctly, in the Arizona area. $40 entry, best of 3, cut to 16, 5K min payout, raffles, giveaways, and more. I'm interpreting that this means they will scale prizing based on the turnout.
Yeah, I mean, I love that it says 5K minimum payout.
Yes.
Because some people are ambiguous with it, and it shouldn't be. So prize is guaranteed. You don't have to worry about that. And then Sunday, just like we were saying, well, you scrub out one day. Okay, you got another shot at it at least.
Yeah, you get a second chance. There's a 1K going on. It looks like on the side there, Pack Rush, 8-pod constructed, and drafts on demand too. So it almost sounds like a mini Lorcana fest, like a whole weekend of events. I mean, if I lived in Arizona, I'd probably be there. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds great.
And the last event for that we know of, Mythic Forge Gaming is holding a 1K at the end of the month, $35 entry.
Cool. All right, so this is the point where everyone can take a screenshot, except there were so many events, you're going to have to take another screenshot. Yeah, so let's see. Can we get rid of ourselves? There you go.
Perfect.
You can take a screenshot without taking a big pic.
The other thing that I just wanted to mention while we kind of have this and flash to the next screen, we don't know what's next with DLCs. We don't know when the next set of set champs are because set 7 is just coming out. I think it's awesome how many local stores are running events, and they're not in just one area. Like, we're touching on things across the coast, and I'm sure there's events we missed too. So
tried getting both of us up there. My bad. Yeah. So, a couple of tips. If you want your store on here, if you want a shot at having a huge tournament that gets on the meta report, I would really implore you a few things. One, reach out to us directly and, give us the Melee link or the Facebook invite, something like that. With enough time of planning and with enough prizing, maybe we'll just show up. And then 2, if you're going to run the event on Melee, it would be incredibly helpful if you have a 1K, instead of writing 1000, just write K, 1K, 2K, 2.5K, anything like that. Instead of putting something like 16 booster box tournament, 4 cases, because what we're looking for is the letter K and the word case when we're looking for these events. It's just the easiest way to do it. So yeah, thank you so much, Melissa. You are, as always, the smart one, and I am the dumb one. So thank you for helping me out. I appreciate everything.
Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to playing in a couple weeks at the Encounter and really anywhere else.
Yep. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you don't follow us on Twitch, we'll be streaming the Encounter event on Twitch and probably on our Facebook page. So thanks a lot. See you later.
Thanks, guys. See ya.